stand with you because they think it's going to affect their reputation. But you ought to shake somebody's hand and let them know that a friend will be a friend at all times. Amen, somebody. I got anybody in here? Tell somebody, I ain't afraid to stand up for my friend. I ain't afraid. You're not going to come and talk to me about somebody that's been good to me. You're not going to come and talk to me about somebody that I respect. You're not going to come and talk to me about somebody. I want to shake somebody's hand. Say, we don't need no fearful folk. We need some folk that will stand and say, God, in spite of what other folks say, I'm not fearful. I got any folk in here that's not fearful. Shake somebody's hand. Say, I ain't fearful. I ain't afraid. God said, take the fearful folk. Folk that's afraid. Send them home. Tell them we don't need you. Amen. Let me tell you, you don't want to go to battle with anybody that's fearful. Amen. Because see, when the stuff really gets hot, look at somebody and say, when the stuff really gets hot. Yeah, when the battle really gets heated, you need somebody that's not going to run and get in the foxhole. You need somebody that's going to watch your back. Tell somebody, you need somebody that's going to watch your back. Amen, somebody. See, some folk you can't go to and talk about other folk. Amen, somebody. Because before you leave them, they're going to turn that thing around and let you know. Shake somebody's hand and say, we don't need no fearful folk. Yeah. And then you got another two-faced folk. Ask anybody to say, do you know anybody like that? But listen to what the word says. I ain't gonna deal with them. That's a whole nother message. Amen. And that's what David said. David said, had it been my enemy, I could have dealt with that, but it was somebody that broke bread with me. Tell somebody, if it had been my enemy, I could have dealt with that, but it was somebody that I took counsel with. Tell somebody, so I can handle my enemies. But folk that's supposed to be on the same side with me. Tell somebody, folk that's supposed to be on the same side with me. Amen, somebody. Look at somebody, so we don't need no fearful folk. And then listen to what the Lord said. He said, look, verse 3, y'all gotta look at this. Because the problem with the church is that we got a lot of fearful folk. And we're afraid to call them out. It says here, whoever is fearful, let him return. Let him go back to Gilead. Go back, we can't use you. And listen to what it says here. He says, 22,000 left. Now, if that many had left y'all say, wait a minute, Gideon. Yeah, you talking about fight? You got to be crazy. Do you see all them Negroes leaving? Over 2/3 of what we got is gone. And you still saying the Lord said, let's go fight? You got to be kidding me. Yes, but 22, tell somebody 22,000 left. Ooh. And you know what the Lord said? The Lord said, you still got too many. Wait a minute. Verse 4. And the Lord said, the people are yet too many. Bring them down to the water. And everyone that lappeth like a dog. He said, now some of them gonna be real cute. They're gonna bend down and drink the water. He said,